For the cheapest coins with fast delivery and quick customer support, check out my sponsor, Red Zone Coins, and use code SWIFT at checkout for 20% off. So Swift family, and today I'm coming back at you guys with another Madden 20 video on the channel. And in today's video, we will be testing out the infinite training method, which has become very popular in Madden 20. It was popularized by GutFox. If you don't know who that is, I will leave his link down below in the description. He's basically another Madden YouTuber who's able to come up with some genius reroll methods. So what I'm going to be doing in today's video is testing it out and showing you how I'm doing this to get basically unlimited training, assuming you're able to do this in enough volume. But before I get into the video though, be sure to leave a like down below, and if you're new to the channel, hit that sub button. It would be greatly appreciated. And without further ado, let's get into this method, because what I'm going to be doing is spending all of my training on it and testing it out for you guys to see how it works. So basically what happens is you rip these 87 plus free agency player packs, and with each specific overall group, there's a certain thing you guys can do with it. I will show you guys everything I do with each of the overall groupings, what sets I put them into, and what sets I would recommend you guys put them into after we rip through these packs. So I'm going to be able to open up, I believe, 24 of them. I'm going to just start off opening them, a few on the video right here, and then what I will probably do is just cut until I've opened all of my trading up, and then I'll show you guys what I do with each overall grouping that I get, because again, there's a different thing you can do with each overall grouping to maximize basically the amount of training you can get back in return. Now before I get into that though, and before we cut to that, I just want to say there is a risk when you are opening these. You're not guaranteed to make coins every single time, or sorry, make training every single time you do this, but if you do it in enough volume, every single person that I've talked to who has done this method has made training in the long run. So maybe you don't make it on your first reroll, but I would recommend you guys try it a couple times, because I'm pretty sure you guys will be able to, and hopefully in this reroll that we do right here, of all the training that I get, or all the training that I have, we're able to make some training so I can show you guys how it all works. But we're going to be spending about 90,000 training on all of these cards, so I will cut to once we have spent all of it, and we will see what pulls we have. I'll be in my item binder, and then I'll hop into the sets to show you guys what I do with each overall grouping. Guys, so I have just spent all of the training. We're gonna head on over to my item binder, and we're gonna take a look at the pulls that we got. Gonna filter it down by the program free agency, and one thing I want to note is I think we actually got some weird pulls. We didn't pull any 90s if I'm not mistaken, so that's pretty weird. Usually you guys are gonna pull some 90s, and 90s are like a key part in getting this method to work, but we'll still be able to do it without that. So this is basically our pulls. This is like decently average. One thing that you can do to see basically just kind of get a gauge on how good your pulls were is if you put all these cards in the quick sell, and not actually quick sell them. We're just going to take a look at how much training all of this value is going to be, just to kind of get a basis on whether we made or lost training. And if we were to quick sell all this stuff right now, we would actually have made about 20,000 training. I believe we spent about 80k or 90k on all this. I think we spent 90k, so we would have made 10k training had we just quick sold everything right there. But there's a couple of other things I like to do with my cards. So to look at that, we're going to go into the free agency sets, and I'm going to show you guys everything I do with the players. The first one is you're going to get this Melvin Gordon free agency hero done. Now unfortunately for us, we actually didn't pull any 90s, which is really weird. Usually you guys are going to pull at least a couple of 90s, but we only got 92s and 94s. So what I will usually do is put any of my 90s into this set, and then we will also mark and put any of our 87 or 88 overall players in this set. I would not recommend putting your 89s in it, so we won't be putting these 3 cards in it, but you could put in all of your 87s and 88s as well as your 90s, and you would get that Melvin Gordon card. Unfortunately for us, we actually didn't pull any 90s, which is weird. So what we're going to do right now is with any of those leftover 87 to 88s, which you guys will have, assuming that you guys put in some of the 87 to 88s and you get a few 90s at least, maybe you end up completing the Melvin Gordon set like once, but then you're going to still have a ton of leftover 87 to 88 overall players. So what I'm going to do is put my leftover 87 to 88s, which are basically not leftovers because we didn't actually pull any 90s, we're going to put it into this set right here, and if we pull 90s, we put them into the Melvin Gordon set. If we pull a 92 or a 94, we're just going to keep it in our item binder, and we'll end up quick selling those cards later. So what I'm going to do is put all of my 87 to 88s in this set. Don't put your 89s into it because they have additional value. We're going to quick sell those players at the end, but what we're going to do is we're going to rip through these packs. If we pull some 90s, that's pretty solid because then we end up getting the Melvin Gordon set done as we get a 92. Like honestly, you want to get players that are higher than a 90, but if we get 90s, I'm not mad at it either. That way I can show you guys how we actually will get this Melvin Gordon set done. But again, just gonna rip through these. If we got a couple 90s, that's solid. We might be able to get the Melvin Gordon set done. We'll see if we're able to in this video as we get our second 90 right here. I'm just gonna put the final couple cards into this set. It looks like we have enough to get through it. One final time or two final times. We'll see if we get a 90 here. If we get a 90 here, I'll just put that the two 90s we got as well into the Melvin Gordon, and it looks like we are gonna get a 90. So this is sometimes gonna happen when you guys rip through this 90 to 94 exchange. If you get enough 90s to do the Melvin Gordon, then I would recommend you come in, put your 90s in here. We're not putting any of the higher overall cards, like I said, into this set. We're just gonna put our 90s, and we did end up pulling a few of them right there. So we'll put these three 90s in, and then we're only gonna put our 87 to 88s in this set. If we have to put one other 89 into it to get it done, I mean, that is fine. You wouldn't really want to do that, but just for the sake of actually getting this set done, we will put our 89 into it. Now, usually what's going to happen is this is something you'll do right at the start of the method. Usually you guys are going to pull 90s at the start of the method, and then you'll just put them into the Melvin Gordon. For us, it was kind of a weird situation because we didn't pull any 90s at the start, and then we pulled some when we did the reroll, but that's basically all we're doing. Now we have our cards basically optimal, in an optimal position for training. We didn't really get good pulls out of this exchange set. Usually you guys are probably going to get some better stuff, but we got the Melvin Gordon done, so now I'm going to go into my item binder and mark all of these cards, and we will see how much training we're able to make from doing this. I'm assuming we should be able to make a bit. We might have actually gone down a tiny bit since the start, where we just marked everything, but we'll filter it over to the free agency. We'll see exactly how much training we're going to get from this as we mark all of our high cards, and we'll see how much this is all going to go for. It's going to be 116,000 training. So again, we made training by doing that little final method that I talked about. And if you guys don't get crazy good pulls, let's say you just do the training packs and you get as much training back when you quick sell everything in your item binder just to like see how much it's worth, then doing the method that I just showed you guys is going to allow you to make additional training. So that's basically how this method works. We're going to quick sell all this stuff, and we are going to have profited a solid amount of training right there. I will recap the method just to show you guys exactly how it works. I would recommend starting with at least, I would say, like 50,000 training. You're going to want at least that much to get going with it, and with 50k you probably won't be able to get a Melvin Gordon done, but you're just ripping through these free agency packs and as much volume as you possibly can, and then once you have all of your cards, you're putting your 90s into the Melvin Gordon set and your 87 to 88s in the Melvin Gordon set as well. It's likely you'll probably be able to get this set done once. I didn't pull any 90s, which was weird. Usually you guys are going to pull a few 90s, so you put your 90s in here. You put your 87 to 88s in here as many times as you can when you have your original pulls. And then let's say you don't have enough 90s to get this done because you don't want to put 92s or 94s in here. It doesn't work with the training values. Then what you're going to do is you're going to come into the exchange set, and with those leftover 87 to 88s, because you're probably going to pull a lot of them, and you're not going to be able to put them all into the Melvin Gordon because you're simply not going to have enough 90s to get the set done enough times, then you're going to put those leftover 87 to 88s in here until you have no more 87 to 88s, or until you have enough 90s where you can come back and get the Melvin Gordon done again. And that's basically how the method works. I hope I explained it as well as possible, but basically get the Melvin Gordon done with your 90s, then with your leftover 87 to 88s, open this pack up, and once you get enough 90s again to actually get the Melvin Gordon done, then just save those 87 to 88s and put them into the Melvin Gordon. And honestly, we didn't really get any good pulls out of this exchange set. We basically got all 90s and a 92, so if you pull 94s or stuff like that, you guys can be in the profit for even more than I am right here. But that's basically how this method works. It's pretty simple, to be honest with you guys. It does take some startup cost, and remember, don't do anything with the 94s, the 92s, and the 89s. Those cards are all getting saved and quick sold at the end. So yeah, that's how the method works. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like on the video down below. I actually have a Legend Fantasy pack that I got from leveling up, so we will just quickly open that right here. We'll actually open up a free agency pack. We'll stay on the theme of free agency, see if we can get anything good. This is from my MUT rewards. If you guys aren't signed up for MUT rewards, I would definitely recommend you do that. But yeah, this unlimited training method is definitely something I would recommend you guys try out. Basically everyone that I've talked to who has actually done it, has gotten crazy rewards from it, as we get a big X right here, 86 overall Willie Brown, so that's not amazing, and that's basically what we're going to get from that. Let's open up one more of these free agency packs right here. Hopefully we can get something decent. I'm probably going to do this method a couple more times off camera, so I'm just going to put any of the cards that I get from this towards the method. We'll see what we can get in this one, as we get a Team of the Week Brian Hill, a Team of the Week Jacob Hollister, and an 88 Paul Richardson. So not the greatest pack right there, but yeah, that's going to do it for the video. I hope you guys have enjoyed. Be sure to leave a like, and credit to Gutbox for this method again, and anyone else who has posted it. It is definitely really glitchy. Shout out to my man Coley Bev as well. He posted this on his channel as well, so shout out to him. And yeah, that's gonna do it for the video. This is basically the unlimited training method. I hope you guys did enjoy it. Leave a like if you end up doing this and end up making a solid amount of training, and if you do enjoy these methods, hit that sub button down below. That way you do not miss them when I post it on my channel again. So yeah, that's gonna do it. Hope you enjoyed, and until next time, fellas, I'm out. Have a great rest of your day. Peace.